What up, dog?
Yeah, buddy. Nobody can hit me.
guys say this before? Be coachable. So I'm not saying anything that's over your heads, even though you guys are young. That is very, very important, because when the next coach wants to pass you out to the next team or the next grade, they're going to ask, how's his grades? Is he coachable? Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
How many guys and ladies in here want to go to school to play college sport? Baseball, basketball, whatever, soccer. All right, now, that's great. Put them down. Now you're talking about leaving middle school to high school to college. It's a business. And you're talking about getting a scholarship to help your parents, right? So you don't have to pay a lot of money. But that college coach is still going to ask, how's his grades, coach? What type of person is he? How's his character? Is he coachable? So does it go away from middle school to college? No. But the important thing that you guys need to do right now are be kids. Okay? Be kids. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's still cool to be a kid. And be a kid that loves sports. How many of you like baseball? Now, before you answer, how many of you like it or how many of you love it? Is that a trick question? Think about it. How many of you like baseball? How many of you love baseball? If you love it, put your hand up. All right? That means you think that. Use your talent to get the best education you can. Everybody understand that? Okay? I asked my brother one day, what was the hardest thing about being a pro athlete? He laughed and he told me it was a two-part. The first part was you no longer have your own life anymore. And this was before social media became big, or the camera phones. He said the second thing was NFL training camp was the hardest thing he ever did in his life. And sports came natural to him. He had to tote the veterans' bags. He was a rookie. He wasn't a big man anymore. He was a rookie in the NFL, first year. All right? He had to tote the bags off the bus. He had to get their food, and he had to buy it. They weren't giving him money. Hey, rookie, go do this. Hey, rookie, go do that. Because he had to prove that he what? What? Starts with a T. Being your choice is. Let me get somebody different. All right, you.
A decision.
Bingo. Good job. A choice is a decision that you're going to make. Good or what?
Bad.
Bad. If it's good, great. If it's bad, you have to now expect consequences. Who can tell me what consequences mean? That's a big word.
Like a punishment?
Punishment. There you go. If you make the wrong choice and cheat on a test and get caught, the consequences are you're going to get a what? A F or a 0, and they're going to call mom, correct?
Yes.
The choice was you chose to cheat on the test, correct?
Yes.
So whatever choice you make, know that there's a consequence for it, good or bad. So it's important to make what? Good decisions or good choices. Okay? Now, whatever sport it is that you like in, and if your heart is not in something, you're never going to do it to the best of your ability. Because the love is not there. Okay? Now, I retired from football 3 years ago. I came back this spring. Okay? I was burnt out. I was tired. I had been doing it a long time. Now I got the itch. Now I'm back to every time I think about something, I'm drawing it on a napkin and all that stuff. My wife said, oh God, he's back. That's because I love what? Football. I love basketball almost just as much. But I had to be honest with myself that I was burnt out. And I needed a what? A break. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you've been doing something for so long, even at your age, and if you're burnt out, tell your parents the truth. Hey, mommy, poppy, I love this, but can I have a break, please? Just a little one. Not saying I don't want to play no more or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you're doing something and it's not what you really want to do, you're never going to be happy. And at the end of the day, even at you guys' age, you need to be happy with whatever it is you're doing. You need to be happy to get up and go to school every day, to sit beside my friend in class, to go eat lunch with my friends. All of those things are important. And that's making up the whole student athlete, not just the kid that can knock it out of the park. So what if you're knocking it out of the park, but after that game, you're by yourself, you're lonely, you're moping around. What does that matter? Does that matter?
No.
No, because you're miserable, correct?
Yeah.
And everybody else over here high-fiving and laughing and carrying on, but you're miserable because something is missing. And the thing that's missing is being honest with yourself. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? My little ones in the back, you understand that? Being honest with yourself. Be happy with who you are. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Sports is going to end at some point. But what will you do once you can't play that sport anymore? Because it's going to happen. Tore my knees up. Caused me not to go to the pros in football. Everybody see the scar?
Where?
Watch the picture. He knew it. Look at his face.
Right center field. How far will this one go? Shohei Ohtani with a blast. It's back to back for Trout and Ohtani.
There are a lot of guys that have never made a game-winning shot in NBA. There's a lot of guys that haven't caught a winning touchdown in the sport that they love, in football. Does that mean they're not a good player?
No.
No. It's just their magical moment hasn't happened yet, right? We understand that? Okay? But it will happen as long as you believe. Okay? And you have to be what? Coachable. You have to do your what?
Work.
Your work
And have good grades.
and have good grades and be a good person. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
All right, now, Wednesday afternoon. I had practice Monday and Tuesday, right? I got my progress report that Wednesday. Did I have to go to practice or did I have to go home? Home. Who can tell me why I had to go home? I did not have a good progress report. I think I had 1 B and 4 or 5 C's. So I was only doing what? Enough just to what? Just enough to be able to play, right? In my house, that's a no-no. In my house, you had to have at least a B. That could be your lowest grade, okay? So, my grandmother said, since you can't abide by the academic rules in this house, you can't play football until your grades come up. My coach came to talk to her. She didn't budge, okay? So I missed 3 games because my academics were horrible. Was that my grandma's fault?
No.
Was that my coach's fault?
No.
Was that my teammates' fault?
No.
Whose fault was it?
Your fault.
It was my fault because I did not take care of business in the classroom. Okay? So I had the one most important thing that I loved and was good at taken away. At the time, I was mad with her and I was mad with myself. But in the end, I thanked her for it because it got me back on track. And I never had that happen to me ever again in my life. Not in the rest of high school or in college. Because I became a serious student athlete. And I let my teammates down. Everybody understand that? So, when you're on these teams, it's bigger than you.
As a student athlete for the youth, I pledge to excel in academics before I excel in athletics. I pledge to respect everybody with respect and personally grow every day.
Good job.
As a student athlete for the youth, I pledge to excel in academics before I excel in athletics. I pledge to treat everyone around me with respect and to personally grow every day.
As a student athlete for the youth, I pledge to excel in academics before I excel in athletics. I pledge to treat everyone around me with respect and to personally grow every day.
Let's go, Tony. Let's go, Tony. Work. cup. Get all the way close. Get close. Get close. Yeah! Let's go, Jaden. Let's go. Let's go. Nice small taps. Yep. Now go to the cup. Get close. Get close. Get close. Get close. Get close.